Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here today. Today I'm going to talk about wool felt crafting and the cat portrait I made of my aunt and uncle's cats. This all started when I made a picture of my friend Ruth's dog Tea. I made Tea with felt craft that I cut out and used the pieces that were black to be the black in the picture and used the gray of the background to be the gray in his picture. And I was very pleased with that. Then I made a picture of my dog Leela for my husband, but she was not two-toned, she was multi-toned, and I ended up doing a lot of embroidery for that. Then I saw this video by a YouTube channel called Living Felt. I will link in the description. I'm obviously not sponsored with my 28 subscribers. That reminds me, have you subscribed yet? Now's a good time to do that. I will wait for you. All right, now that you're subscribed. Then I made this picture of my friend Melanie's dog Super Owen with the technique that I saw on Living Felt. It's taking wool fiber and a felting needle has barbs in it and pushing the fiber into wool felt. And this was my first attempt at doing it in this method with Super Owen, and I was very pleased with the outcome. I found that I was able to do the nuances in his shading and in his color much better than trying to cut out pieces of craft felt. And my aunt liked the picture of Super Owen and asked if I would make a picture of her cats. So now I'm going to go through the process I did for that. I took pictures as I was going along. So here's the photo of her very cute cats. And the tutorial I'd seen, she always started with the eyes. So I made the eye first. It looks kind of creepy by itself. This is where you really have to trust the process. His eyes looked a little wonky, and at this point I think I may have ripped it out and redid it because he looked sort of off. And then I rewatched the Living Felt tutorial and realized that she had made an iron-on of the photo with a special pen and ironed it onto her felt, and that's what she was using. And I had done Owen freehand. So I tried that. I ordered the pen from her. I got new felt, started again on the cat. The cat that's looking backwards. And this time it went better, and I got his nose to me looking more correct. But as I went, he still looked kind of off somehow, like he wasn't at the right angle, and he ended up being bigger and going off the edge of the felt, and I still didn't feel good about him. So instead of doing the second cat on the same piece of felt, I got another piece of felt, and this was all during when shipping was not going well, so it took me a while to get the supplies as well. So I got another piece of felt, and I tried tracing again, and I started with the second cat, and this one went much smoother, I think because the cat is sitting in a normal front-facing position, and that went very well, and it still ended up bigger than the picture, but I was very pleased with that, and trying to figure out how to do like where there's wisps of hair, but I can't do wisps with the wool because I'm poking it into the fabric. Instead of looking wispy, there's kind of places where the colors meet, and trying to find a you can take the wool, and to get the color you want, you can take like to do the ears, I mixed in a red and a peach and a white, and to do the browns, I mixed black, because the one cat looks black, but if you lighten the photo a little bit, there were shades of brown. So you take the colors that you see in the photo to make the main color, and you can basically mix the wool together by pulling it apart and putting it back together and pulling it apart at the beginning. So this is a project I'm doing right now. which, believe it or not, that is starting with the eye. It's my dog Hoshi, who's black, and there's black around her eye, and her eye is black. If you use a block, I think there are other kind that are more expensive, that are more durable, but this is just styrofoam. And this is the needle felting thing. I have one with a nice wooden handle, but anyway, I haven't figured out the different needles that are fine and coarse, but I don't know enough about the differences for that to really matter. I just use one that's not broken. Take some wool and you poke it into the felt like that, and you can do it in however pattern you want. And the nice thing about it is, if you don't like where you placed it, to a certain extent you can pull it out and redo it. If you've poked it in a lot, and you don't want to use a heavy hand, because it goes out the other side. I just dropped my needle. It goes through the other side, and then let me show you the back. You don't want to lose a lot of material to the back. So anyway, so that's how you do it. To get different colors, like I made like a brown that had some red. So the cat that was looking backwards, there was actually a little bit of red in his brown. So what I did was take just a hint of red and some brown, and the brown I had was kind of not dark enough, so then I mixed some black, and there's some already that's done. So then you just pull it apart and stack it back together like this. Then you get a brown that has a little bit of red, and that gave me some depth on the brown cat. And my backup, if I didn't finish in time, was to use the backward facing cat that I'd already made, and I would somehow connect the two pieces of felt. But I finished in time. It came out really well. I liked how where the hair, the white hair meets the dark hair, and I was really pleased. But you'll notice with this cat, the forward facing cat, it's bigger than the picture. I ended up having to put the backward facing cat a little closer. So I started on the eyes again with the second cat, and this time I couldn't. One of the things I was unhappy with in the first one that I made was there's a lot of, he's not white, but there's light behind them that's making it appear like some of the hair is white. And I had trouble getting it right the first time. So what I did the second time was make a halo. I put the white down first and then tried to put the black around it, and that worked a lot better. And I got the proportions right, or better, on this one, even though I had to put them closer to the second cat. And this is where I was playing with the red shaded brown to give the cat more depth. There's the finished picture of them together, and I finished in time for it to arrive at my aunt's house on, I think, December 23rd. I found that part of why I procrastinated, because she actually asked me in the summer, but then things would come up on weekends, and oh, I can do that next weekend, and things like that. And when I really thought about it, I was afraid I wouldn't get it right. And so if you have a craft project or any project that you want to do, anything creative, and you're procrastinating, just start. Because once I started, I really enjoy the process, and it came out really well. Plus now I have an extra felt picture of a cat. Just start and get past the fear. You're not going to ever not be scared. Or somebody said they were trying to teach their sister how to dive into a pool, and there was an old lady that was swimming laps. And the sister kept saying, "But I'm afraid." And the girl teaching her was getting frustrated. And finally, the old lady said, "Be afraid and do it anyway." So be afraid, own your fear, but don't let it conquer you, and do it anyway. That was my lesson for this. I didn't need to procrastinate because it came out beautiful, and I stressed myself out by working up to the last minute. That's my experience making the wool felt picture of cats. I hope to make more pet portraits. Right now I'm working on my dog Hoshi, and I will share that journey with you as well. I hope that you will work on your creative process and enjoy your journey. Tell me in the comments what you've procrastinated on and how you overcame it, or if you're inspired now to try something you've been putting off. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process of wool felt crafting. A like is the best compliment you can give me. If you want to see more videos like this, I hope you'll subscribe. You can watch other videos here. I have videos on adulting and videos on crafting and cake making. Until next time, thank you for watching. Bye. Looks like a raccoon. Who is you? Who are you, raccoon?